Their ships sailed just 6 hours after they departed.
Good afternoon, my old Sporadactyls, Dinkles and Popty Pings, and how the devil are you? Hey, I hope you're well. You're joining me here with a bit of a nosebleed because we're that far south. I couldn't believe me luck when I got that job yesterday. We had a horrible day yesterday. Well, I'll tell you where we are first. We're to the other side of Canterbury. Down in Kent you can. And mirrors. Mindful. Go on, lad, we've enough time to get out. Sometimes it doesn't pull off straight away, this truck. It thinks about it before it pulls off. We're out. There was 2 cars coming, but they happily moved over for us. So we got that job yesterday. Well, I went to an awful job yesterday morning, which I don't really want to talk about yet. I did do a video, and hopefully you won't see it. I had a nightmare. It wasn't the best, put it that way. So anyway, I got away from there and I went down to Middlewich, and I picked up a load yesterday for Canterbury. Now, the place we wanted was at to the side of a place called Sturry, yeah? And the instructions I was given were slightly wrong, so I've come off the thingamajig, the yaddly yardy piddly party yiggly umpty title, and I've gone that way towards Sturry. However, there's a road closure on at this village, to the side of the village. Now, the other side of the road closure was the building site, or is the building site what's being built. So I couldn't turn back round, I couldn't get up this road, I couldn't turn back round. So what I had to do was keep going up this road and pick up the A28. Follow the A28 all the way up and through a couple of villages in Hiddly Piddly Pie until it brought me back round onto the A299 Thanet Way, which we're now on. I know this area reasonably well with Yankees because we used to go up to Kent Renewable Energy, tipping at the power station at Sandwich, there at Deal at Sandwich. So I've been up and down this road quite a few times. So I knew if I followed the A28 it would eventually take me. I've pretty much added about bloody 12 miles onto my journey, but it had to be done because there was no other way I could fathom out how to get back round. And then I must have missed a turning to the other side. Ready road. Eventually I come back round and I get in, and then it's telling you that the road's closed, but you just keep following it because you can get right to the building site just before the closed road. So we was the other side of the road closure before. So I've waited there all morning basically. We've now got that tipped. And we're now heading to a place down to the side of Guildford. We want to head back to the M25 and then we want to pick up the A3 basically. Going down to the other side of Guildford to load for Motherwell, which is nice. This is my kind of driving. This is what I really enjoy. I enjoy long distance from literally one end of country to the other. Well, 2 countries. One end of England, back up to Scotland. Do for me like. So yeah, there is, speaking of the devil, there is a Jenkins. That'll be going to the power station up there at Sandwich and Deal at Sandwich. What I'd done, I think, initially this morning, I'd come off the right way, but instead of coming up, what I should have done was come up Thanet Way here. And then right up to that gubbins there'll be a roundabout, and turn right at that roundabout and start heading in towards Sturry. It's either Sturry or Slurry, 1 and 2. It's not Slurry, because Slurry's a shithole, and that place was very nice this morning. It looked nice. But anyway, turn there, and the road's closed further down, but I must have took wrong bloody road, following bloody gubbins. Maybe I had a brain fart, I don't know, but I must have took wrong. I ended up wrong side of the bloody thing, but there was no worry, because first lad was there this morning. He was booked in. I was only booked in for 10:30. First lad was booked in for 8:30. I got there at 10:15 and he was still sat waiting for crane start-up, so it was about 12 o'clock before he got into tip. I think that's where I've been there, A290 and A291 Canterbury. That's what I've done. I've come off that way. That's exactly what I've done. I've come off that way for Canterbury. Instead of following it straight up, I've come off there for 290 for Canterbury, and I've gone over that way and ended up the wrong side of the road closure. It happens, you know what I mean? Every day's a school day, shit happens. It's no big issue, no big deal. We got through, we got there, we got tipped. And I still got to the site in my time slot. Yeah, that's exactly what I've done. I've gone that way. I've come across there. Well, not exactly on this bit. I've come across from the other side off the M2. And I've picked up signs for Canterbury in the A290 or the 91 or whatever the case may be. That's what I've done. And I've gone in and round that way. The A290, the A291, that's where I've made the fuck up. Whereas I should have come up here, up the 299. Hey, it happens, every day's a school day. Mirrors mindful. Just looking at the slip roads, a red car paralleling to me now. Enough time to get over and let it out. Mirrors. Is he going to come past us? What bugs me now is when they come past you and they just stay outside of you, don't make any effort to get some progress, but it's not, it's backed off. Good job, because we're rocketing on now to about 58 miles per hour. Mirrors. Just back him off. Sun's out, it's a beautiful day down here in Kent. So yeah, we want to make our way back to the M25 and then make our way up to the A3. The A3, then we start heading out towards Guildford, and then it's off the, is it 325 or 2353 or 5698? Thingy-ma-tingy-ma-market. Oh, and an interesting experience this morning. They give me there was two of us there this morning. They give me the other lad's number of an older fella. Gave me his number, and I thought I wrote it down to the T. So I rings it, and this woman's voice answered on a voicemail. Hi, this is such a body, I'm not here to take your call. So I looked at it, and I double checked the number twice. And I rang back and I left a message, mate. Hello, Paul, you alright, mate? I don't know what's happened with your voicemail. Have you got your wife or your daughter bloody record it? You know what I mean? I said, anyway, it's me, Barry. I'm just coming out to such a place now. They give me a number. What's crack here, mate, with this site? You know, 3 times I rung this bastard, and I thought he's ignorant pig, he's not replied. When I finally got on site, because I had no reply from him, so if I'd have managed to get through to him, he'd have seen me right and told me to come up here instead of me going long way bloody round and getting, you know what I mean? So when I finally gets onto site and I see, I said, I've been ringing you ignorant gets. I said, then give me your number, 3 times. He said, I've not rung any. He said, give me a ring again. Anyway, when we looked, I wrote one number down. Instead of a 424, I'd put 242 or something like that, 244 or something. I'd wrote one digit down wrong. So, just as I'm chatting to you, this woman rings me. Hi, I've had 3 missed calls and a very strange voicemail off you. I said, what it is, love rat? It's me, Uncle Nobed from Wigan, just on the building side to you. And I had to explain to her, well, she thought she saw the funny side of it. But I said, don't panic, love, there's 2 Arctics. I said, but we're not coming to your house. We've got concrete on for this building site here in Canterbury. I said, well, we're here now, we're on site. So I've written the number on. Anyway, her name was Sally. So, hello Sally, if you're watching. I did tell her that to her. If you go on YouTube, love, you can't miss me and my big face, you know what I mean? I'm chatting with me in a HTV. So, Sally, if you're watching, hello, how are you? You alright? You didn't hear it wrong, Sally. I am a knobhead, I am a gobshite, you know what I mean? But in a nice way. I'm a nice gobshite. If there is such thing as a nice gobshite, that is me. So yeah, it's been an interesting day. Now the time now is 2. So by the time we're going to get down to this spot at Guildford, it's going to be gone 4 o'clock. I'd say about around about 4:30, all being well as the crow flies. So we should get tonight's next load on and start making our way out and heading north. I do like these proper big runs, mate. They tickle my fancy, they really do. I know I've nearly had a nosebleed. I'm that far south. I thought, what's going on here, like? All I'm used to so far is Midlands and Scotland and You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm proper amongst it now. Happy as a pig in shit. Like I say, yesterday was a terrible day. It really was. I didn't enjoy it at all. Yesterday morning, it was a nightmare. We'll leave it at that. I won't badmouth anyone or anything. We'll just leave it at that. We'll see what happens. Well, I was ready for spewing it yesterday, like I must admit. I was ready for spewing it. Must be more to life than this shit. Fuck this job. I got through it. I come out the other side unscathed. Even. Mirrors, mindful. One pulling out, one turning. Coming off. One in, one out. Lovely day, innit? Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful day. Mirrors, mindful. One pulling out of this lay-by car, blackened. Wagging up front with its lights on. Mirrors. Man changing tyre. Hey, I get the bitey boo, stinking rotten chew, and the diddly day, diddly abba diddly diddly. That's what I've done. A2 Canterbury. I've come off the M2 and I've gone on the A2 for Canterbury, and then I've picked up the A291, I think it was, and I've gone red to the wrong side of that frigging road closure. Which technically was the correct way on the instructions I was given. I've gone the exact right way on the instructions I was given. However, if that road closure hadn't been there, I'd have got right to frigging site. Because it weren't, I had to do a 12-mile detour. You know what I mean? Well, it felt like, it probably weren't 12 miles, but it bloody felt like it. I ended up having to pick up the A28 and running up that till I got back round to the side, and then the A299 and dropped down on Thanet Way. Yickety bitey boo, the stinking rotten shoe, and a little bloody swine, and we're happy as a pig in shit, diddly that do. I love long distance, the more the bloody merrier. I do love long distance truck driving. Faversham, Ashford, Kent. In Kent you can. Done a lot of fertiliser around Ashford, Kent. Sittingbourne, Sheerness, Gillingham. Yeah. I almost forgot myself when I woke up this morning, so far safe. I thought I was back in the bosom of the Green and White Army again until I looked at the steering wheel and it had the wrong cap badge. Instead of saying Scania, it says da-da-da-daff, da-da-da-daff, and da-da-da-daff, da-da-da-daff. And then I realised I'm no longer a j-j-j-jenks, j-j-j-jenks. When you first wake up. I'm not doing so bad at the moment. I've had this trailer on for the last... what day are we on? Wednesday. I've had this trailer on for the last 2 days. I picked it up Monday night. I had it on all yesterday, and all today so far. I'll have it till at least tomorrow, because I'll be live loading on this and taking this up to Scotland. I kind of like having same trailer on. I know it's not possible in this job because things are loaded pre in advance. You just go in with an empty, drop it, pick up a full one. But I like having same trailer, me, I do. Saves pissing about. So we'll just run you down here. We'll run you towards the we'll probably run you towards Medway Services, I think, on the M2. Yeah, it's a glorious day. Loving it. I just love it. It's lovely. It's lovely. I just love it. I'm always happy when I'm away. You know, when I'm right down. I mean, it's Wednesday today, and I know I'm heading north tomorrow. So it's always that's always happy. If I'm still down here on Thursday, you start thinking, oh, am I staying out Friday night? You know what I mean? The place I'm going to at Motherwell, I've been before, so I know where it is. But I'm going to a farm here, as far as I know, to load up some stuff to take back to this place at Motherwell. So I'm thinking this place at Motherwell has hired them some equipment. There's probably been a show on or something, do you know what I mean? Just back him off, traffic's kind of heavy. Signals on, mirrors. Ain't we cool? It's lovely, I just love it. I just love driving down south in Kent. It's lovely. Mirrors back in. Mirrors catching this one in front. Signals on. It's a white Volvo or a BM or Mercedes estate type of car. I'm not sure it's a white, and it has just flashed us out, so coming out. But it was hovering at first. I think they started thinking about it. They start deciding: do I overtake this and do I keep going, or do I let him out? It's a truck. But then eventually they think, no, I'll let him out, he's empty, and they flash you. Sometimes they'll just hover right at back of trailer and not do anything. And you think, are they coming forward? So if you pull out on them, am I going to cause bother? Do you know what I mean? Oh, it's a BM. Thank you. An X5 is what it is. Yeah, sometimes they'll just sit just off back of trail and you think, are you letting me out or are you carrying on? You know what I mean? I don't know what you're doing. But if you pull out on them and they're going to come past you, they'll slam on, brake on and potentially brake check you. Or you've potential send them into middle of nowhere and give them half a day out with the undertaker. You know what I mean? I made some nice little bits of footage coming out of that site there. It was fucking pandemonium, to be honest. But I couldn't set camera up, and then we turned off out of sight, come straight out and ran up through this village in blah towards the A299. We come through a rat type village like. That would have made some nice footage. but I were already in motion. There was a queue of traffic behind me when I was coming out of side, so somebody else had held us up in front. We couldn't get past them. I couldn't stop and sort it out. Oh, excuse me. Right, so this little class 2 fridge van, what I passed before, is now bringing on back past me. I'm just going to back him off because he's been sat inside of me for about a minute. So I'm just going to back him off because otherwise we're going to block all traffic in lane 2. Holland Bazaar. Holland Bazaar. Cash and carry, we'll flash it back in. We'll just get him out at way, it clears up lane 2 because there's a line of traffic behind him. Line of traffic behind you. They'll start coming past now. So I could have left him out there all day, but I don't see point of blocking lane 2. Even though it's not my problem, I'm in my own lane, paddling my own canoe. I thought it's just better just back off a couple of miles an hour and just let him go. Gets him out road then and it frees up lane 2, you see. It's a nice steady flow of traffic now. Lane 2. Whereas otherwise they all start bunching up just sat behind him, who's not quite fast enough to overtake me, but yet still sat out there, because I've overtook him once but he's still sat out there because he got a bit of a run up on me coming downhill. So I've just reduced by 2 miles an hour. Job's a good one. No skin off my nose, it's no bother to me. But you do see some of them trucks, and I have mentioned it before, and they'll sit there for 6, 7, 8 miles. The one in lane 2 can't quite get past him, and the one in lane 1 won't fucking back off. They just sat there thinking, nah, fuck you, you shouldn't have come out, it's your own fault, fuck you, I'll ride you into the middle of next week if I have to, but you're not coming fucking past me, you bastard. And all they have to do is just back off 1 mile an hour or 2 miles an hour, and jobs are good. Meantime, it's not so bad if you're 3 lanes of traffic on a motorway. But if you've got a faster vehicle in lane 2 where to overtake that can't use lane 3, job's knackered for them. Or if you're on a dual carriageway like this, everybody's bunched up then behind him in lane 2 and they're all going mad. So I just see it happening and I just think, do you know what? I'll back off, I'll be the bigger man. But let him go. Job's a good one. Everybody's happy. Everyone's a winner. That'll make an interesting little clip, I think, for another snippet of video. So right, so we're going to come off here in a mile. We're going to come off for Shittingbourne, Sheerness, Bladdy Fiddly Faddy 5-4, and we're going to pick up the M20. We're going to head for the M20. M25, 10-minute delay. What's new, Pussycat? There's always a delay. The M25, it's constantly frigging delayed. We're going to go down the 249, we're going to pick up the M20. We want to pick up the M20 and then head for the M25 west, picking up the A3.
After 800 yards, take the exit, then go round the roundabout.
There's a heck of a hill down here in a bit, to the side of Shittingbourne. Some mirrors, only 300 yards back, in between 3 and 2, signals on, mirrors. Just come off that gas now. Clear, just start backing him off because we're off onto slip road, mirrors. Does tighten, zebras are out, signs are out for 50,
After
as a precaution.
600 yards, go round the roundabout, first exit.
Just rolling him down, just tickling and feckling. Drops down this hill here. We're going to be going left for the 249, following signs for Maidstone and M20 mirrors. There we go, here's your traffic. Some major roadworks going on here. They've been on with this for quite a while now. Mirrors. How long have we been rolling for?
200 yards, go round the roundabout.
We've been on for 25 minutes. 25? Oh, we'll be alright, yeah? Be alright for a bit, yeah, won't you? Yeah? Right, traffic's moving, mirrors. So we're going to go left down here for following signs for the M20.
Go round the roundabout, first exit.
Mirrors. Yeah, they've been on with this for quite a while. Lights are changing, mirrors. I want to come over towards this white line but not cross it, purely because I don't want to clip this curb on my left when I turn left in a minute. Signals on for mirrors. I'm already in right lane, but it just lets everybody know what I'm doing. Just in case, you never know. If I take a wide swing, there's always one what might come up the inside of me thinking I'm going somewhere else. Yeah, they've been at this for quite a while now. I think this is called a throughable. There's a roundabout there, but it's also called a throughable as well. Whereas you can drive straight through it. It's a roundabout on that side, but on the other side, coming from left to right, going straight ahead is a roundabout. Coming from left to right, you can drive straight through it. So I think it's called a throughable. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. It's just a weird shaped roundabout anyway. No, it is actually a roundabout. Yeah, it's a roundabout, you know. In a roundabout way, it's a roundabout. No, the throughbouts go straight through the middle, don't they? Yeah. I'm just rambling shite, I don't know what I'm on about. When we turn left in a minute, we run down there, and there's a heck of a hill drops down to M20. It's heck of a hill, lad. It's heck of a hill, pal. Heck of a hill, pal. Right down to M20 it drops. It's a blinder. I used to hate it when I was on with Yankees dropping down, especially fully loaded, because you're trying to back it off and it knacks up your driving score. Mirrors, lights are changing. Mirrors, just mindful. Don't want to clip this curb here, so just mindful. Mirrors, here we go, pal. Nicely round. Gently does it. There's a couple of laybys down here, and when I first started driving these things and started coming down this neck of the woods, I was gullible and naive and running my time out and not making any proper plans for where I was going to stay. And I was literally playing lay-by roulette for about 3 weeks. You know, pulling up somewhere with minutes to spare. I knew we had a yard at Jenkins and Sittingbourne, and I missed that turning there. So I should have turned right at that roundabout going into Sittingbourne. I ended up coming left. And I ended up coming down here, and there's a lay-by down. Jesus, it was awful. I ended up pulling in it. Rough, it was as rough as shit. There was me and a load of Cactus Jacks, flip-flop men. They were all good people, really good people, all these foreign drivers. I ended up pulling in it with them. Jesus, it was noisy, and just all neat, you know what I mean? But it was ram-packed it were. Not that one, it's another one further down. Or was it? No, it might have been that one. Yeah, I think it might have been that one. If there's one further down near a petrol station, then it was the one further down, but it was bloody busy. Just back him off. just back him off. Mirrors. Yeah, but I remember this lay-by, it was bloody rough, it was awful. They were coming in and out all frigging neat. Mirrors. I quickly learned how to start planning my time a bit better. Having said that though, last night was a bit of a buggeroony. I ran down to Beaconsfield last night. I got to Beaconsfield for about 6:30. It was absolutely ram-packed. I couldn't get in. I went down to Overflow. Couldn't get in there. I even went down to Coach Bit. I couldn't get on Coach Bit. So I ended up having foot Bray on. I did 3 laps of Beaconsfield. I ended up having foot Bray on and I got down to Cobham. And I got parked up in Cobham with about 6 minutes remaining on clock. And I even had to go on the big overflow back at petrol station. I begrudge paying at Cobham because it's one of them extras. You don't get anything for your money. You don't get any bang for your buck. Mirrors catching this thing in front of us. So I ended up reversing in, and you have to. It's about, I don't know, it feels like 2 miles away to bloody Mirrors. Mirrors. Is this guy going to let me out? Come on, lad. He's letting me. Again, they don't flash you or nothing. They just hang back off the back of your trailer. You think, I pull out on you now. Will you kick off? Mirrors. It's a black 4x4. No, it's not. It's a black car. Looks like a 4x4 from a distance. With a bike on roof rack. Why? There's a Mazda, a Lexus, a 1 and 2. This were it. I think this were it here where I stopped. One neat. It looks like it's been tidied up a bit. It was that was it. That was the place. It was as rough as fuck. There's still quite a few potholes. It was rough as fuck. They were double parked on either side. That was the lay-by where I stopped. I'd literally getting in there with about 2 minutes remaining. 2 or 3 minutes remaining on clock. And I managed to find a space and I slotted it in. And Christ, they were coming all night because a few of them were only having half an hour and 45 minutes and then disappearing. This is it, right before this big hill. When you're fully loaded, it rockets on for dropping down here. And the retarders on the Scania R450s are a bag of shit. They don't hold you back. This is actually holding me back now. This is holding me at 40. I'm not touching my brakes. I'm just coming down here. And the retarder, the exhaust brake, is holding me bang on 40. I've not had to touch my brake once. If this was Jenkins, my foot would be flat to the floor on the exhaust brake. I'll just come off it, back on again. Yeah, this is holding me. I mean, I am empty, but even empty with Jenkins on the R450s, the Scanias, it's as much use as tits on a fish. It wouldn't hold you back. This is quite decent on this thing. There is a speed camera here. It's a 50 mile an hour, but it catches people out because it does rocket on. Anyway, Mirrors. We want to be coming over now into lane 2 because we are going to be picking up the M20 very shortly. So, Mirrors. May have been a little tad premature coming over then, but either. We're going to be passing this thing. I'm driving alongside of it. That was that bloody lay-by. I stopped there one day. All these foreign lads were sound. It was still summertime, you see.
Third exit.
It was still summertime. They were all out having a gingangooli at the back of one of them's cab and they were cooking shit and They were all friendly and lovely to me. We couldn't understand the word each other were saying, but they were all nodding and smiling and very friendly towards me. But later on at night, Christ, it was busy. There was people pulling in at all hours of fucking need. Cars, bikes, cyclists, you name it. Oh, the only thing we didn't see were a bloody unicycle. Mirrors. Yeah, we're going to go on the M20 now.
Go round the roundabout. Third exit.
I will do, love, I will. Mirrors. Just mindful over towards this curb so we come round nicely and have a white line. Because this car's coming up the inside of us now. So mirrors. Always mirrors. If in doubt, mirrors. Mirrors, mirrors, mirrors and more mirrors. Busy old junction. Mirrors. We're right. This has been the M20, what we're going to drop onto. It's lovely, I just love it. I just love it. It's lovely.
Then take the motorway.
Mirrors, mirrors, mirrors. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the daftest of them all? Why you are Borothea? Mirrors. Some mirrors. Here we are now, coming on to the M20. Just off that gas, just rolling down, just offer him up, tickling and feckling, the horse. Heck of a camber, isn't it? Mirrors. I want to come across now into lane 2. There's the 229. We want to pick up the M25 West. Come off at junction 3. Not junction 3, sorry. We want to pick up the M25 West and come off at the A3. We want to follow the A3 down toward Guildford. That's where we're going. Left-hand drive, is that Fiat? Looks like they've got a rolling roadblock on there. We don't know what for, but look how soon the traffic starts building up when you get an incident or a rolling roadblock. Probably a steady flow beforehand, just like this carriageway. Look at them all now, bunching up, starting to form a queue. I can't come off of Medway services. I should have carried on the M2 if I wanted off of Medway. But we're not going that way. We could have got back across on the M25. Would have been a bit longer. We'll come off somewhere. There's a big bugger up back of there, isn't it? On that bridge, you don't see it. That's what you call overflow put on back of a low loader, I think. Big long porter cabin. I think it was. Mirrors, that thing's just undertook me because it came on from that slip road and I could see it coming. I thought it would move across. When it didn't, I just held my course in lane 2. M25, junction 2, exit closed. Shouldn't bother us. Motorbike coming overtaking us. Just mindful. This truck's hogging. Guy in the truck in front is hogging lane 2. There's no point me coming across into lane 2 because I wouldn't have got past any of them. So I've just held back. He's just come across now. He was hogging lane 2. Hogging it, lad. Hogging it. Because he's freed up now while that strap's going. So you can imagine when there's two lane dual carriageway and 2 wagons are neck and neck, shall we put it. See how quickly traffic starts building up. Mirrors coming across. We're going to take this hogger. They're all bloody speeding up now. I'm sure they're listening to me. We want for the M26. Mirrors. This should be ours. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. However, have we got enough time to get past this one? I don't want to cut in too soon because I've just overtook a truck. So I'll put my signal on now. I'm also mindful of this thing here. What's dawdling and meandering in front, and I need to create a gap because one in front of that's just dabbing up brakes slightly. Some mirrors. M26 the west, M25 west. That's what we want, that's where we're going. I can't mind on whether our junction's junction 2. I don't think it is for the A3. If it is, we'll go on the junction, we'll go on to the next one, turn around and come back. It's no bother. Unless it's close both ways. We'll fathom it, we'll fettle it. It'll get fettled one way or the other.
After 800 yards, take the exit.
Chicken, cheese, steak and rat, shoo, shoo, ta ta la ta, diddly up dam, pa pa pa. It's lovely, I just love it. I just love it. I just love it down here. I wouldn't want to live down south, but I like being down south, working. I do like driving about down here. I don't like driving about in London, it's shit. I think London's a shithole. I really do. Mirror's mindful, one on hard shoulder here. Looks like a really old car, to be honest. It's an old MG. It's a bloody old one. Not nice seeing one of them broken down. I'd pull up and try and help it, but hey, I'm not a mechanic. I don't know. Don't know my arse. Don't know my arse from my elbow, me, when it comes to fixing and fettling cars. No idea. So I wouldn't be of any help. I'd just be a bloody hindrance. And I want to get on.
Keep right.
Stinking rottens raining red. Oh, I die, but it will dumb and I die. Oh, dear, oh, see the piggies coming there on up to the farmer's wife. Cuts off a tail with a carving knife. No, 10 times a day. Mirrors. There's quite a few kamikaze flies and buggies and midges and the likes of splatting themselves up windscreen. Sounded like somebody were playing a snare drum before. Mirrors mindful, slip road. One just joining. One in the far distance coming. A van, the white van coming. He's coming, he's charging on. He's just coming on to top of slip road now. He's indicating. He's going to come over into lane 1 now, which he is. He's going to pull straight over into lane 2, I think. And he's going to overtake us. There's 2 cars passing him. Here we go. He's pulling into lane 2. He's coming. He's coming. I think it's a VW van. Either VW or Fiat, one or 2. Nope, it's a Nissan. Mirrors mindful, one broke down at her shoulder. Well, hazards are on anyway. By the sounds of it, and I can feel it slightly, that wind's picking up. Mind you, I'm on a flatbed, so there's no top back in it, so it can blow all it wants, but I just feel it catching hold of the cab every now and again. I mean, roads, bumpety bumpety, it's like being on bloody Big Dipper. start seeing them now splattered on windscreen. I don't know where they come from. They must just be floating about it there, waiting for me coming down. That's my fan club, splatting all over windscreen. Barathea! The Midges Appreciation Society knew you was coming. We love you, Barathea. Entertain me, funny man. Right. You see random people walking across bridges, you think, where are you going to? What houses are around here? Where do you live? You just see random people. I mean, they're probably out for dog walks and that. You know, me and wife go out with dogs and mooching random, and then you come onto some random path across a motorway bridge. But I just see random people and think, where have they just come from? Where are they going? Some mirrors. M25 service is 10 mile and 33. 33. But boom into 10 miler. Boom into 10 miler for you, lad. Quite impressed with that exhaust brake coming down that big hill there to the side of the city, but when I went in Scania, it wouldn't hold you back at all. It was crap. It wouldn't hold you, that Scania. You had to keep dabbing your foot brake all the time. You barely had to touch it once in this. I dare say it'd be different if I was fully loaded. It's quite impressive though. I was impressed with that. A good exhaust brake on this, lad. Good exhaust brake. Braking from mirrors, mindful. Traffic overtaking me. Quite heavy traffic behind me, that's why I'm not overtaking this lot. Because as soon as I go for pull out, they'll start speeding up and I'll not get past. Mirrors. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to pass. Kind of waiting until there's a lull in the battle of the traffic in lane 2. Mirrors. I'll put signal on now. This is the last one. This is the Alamo, this pickup. 1, 2, 3, 4 to pass. Sorry, I thought there was another one. I thought there was another car in between these two trucks and there's not. So I was just holding back. Because as soon as I pull out, it takes me a while to pass them. So people behind them are getting aggravated. Last one, mirrors. Traffic's just coming up behind me now. There's 3 cars coming up behind us. Time that just nice. all these 3 cars now will slot past us. In fact, there's 4 and there's 5 now. They just come from nowhere. There's no behind you, then all of a sudden they come from nowhere. But it's a steady flow of traffic. Hell no bugger up. Traffic's flowing nicely. Yeah, that's how it should be done. That black car's just gone past me, pulled straight in. Them 2 going a bit faster, straight past. Red car coming now. Manage your hand, bob your up. Steady flow of traffic. The other 2 are a distance away, but they're still there. Jobs are good 'un, pal. Jobs are good 'un. Some mirrors, mindful now. Vehicles on the right. We're now one of the ones joining from the left. Some mirrors. Hopefully people are coming along from that motorway now saying, mindful, vehicles joining from the left. Well, I am now that vehicle joining from the left, so hello to you if you're watching. I doubt you will be, why should you? Mirrors, mindful, slip road, vehicles may be joining from the left. I don't know what to call this video. We just call it POV Truck Driving UK. Down south. Down south. Planet Way, M25, down south, mate, innit? You know what I mean? Something along them lines. I do apologise if you're from Morecambe. That was a dreadful rendition of your accent. Morecambe in Lancashire. Not quite like Blackburn though, is it? Blackburn. Great Harwood and all that. In the car parks and Mars bars and pays. Still a nice day, but there's cloud thickening up hither and thither. Some of these clouds have got patches of shower in them. That's telling me I'm approaching a speed camera. Thing's limited to 56 mile an hour, so there's no way we're going to trigger a speed camera on the motorway. It doesn't know that. There we go, Clacket Lane. Ah, nice one. Yeah, Clacket Lane. We'll throw him into Clacket Lane. That'll do, just fine and dandy, thank you please. We're throwing into Clacket Lane. I'll go for a P. Then we'll have a proper look and come into where we're going exactly. I just know we're going to be coming down to the A3, you see. fiddly diddly have to tie it up. That's where we're going. You know what I mean, don't you? It's round corner from what's it we call it, and over to the side of yonder. Yeah, that's where we're going. Right, so this is Clacket Lane Services approaching in half a mile. We'll pull it in here and then I'll say to you and I'll crack on and I'll upload this video later. Yards in between 3 and 2, mirrors, motorbike signalling come off as well. So mindful, we're now entering Surrey according to that dirty road sign. If anybody's listening, watching from the powers that be in Surrey, get out and clean that road sign, it's a bit dirty. It's dirty. It's dirty, lad, dirty. We don't like dirtiness. It's bloody dirty. There's no need for a road sign, be dirty. Mirrors, mindful. Where's our lorry park? All of the traffic, field and drive through Costa only, all of the traffic left. And the lorry park's going to be left. I've not been, have I been into Clacket Lane from this side? Yeah, I probably have. Yes, I have, I recognise it. Mirrors, yeah, I have. That's his coaches only.
Turn right, then at the
Maybe
end
because
of the
I've
road,
missed bloody lorry
turn
park.
left.
No, it's coaches only in here apparently, but there's full of wagons. Anyway, mirrors. You see that thing there in front of you? That's called a wagon and drag, yeah? That is called a wagon and drag. Now, one question I'd like to ask someday, who drives a wagon and drag, or fellow Arctic drivers, what have I got experience of driving a wagon and drag, yeah? Will a wagon and drag come round a tight corner better than an Arctic? You get a wagon and drag and you're on a very, very tight side and a very tight corner, left-hand turning. Will a wagon and drag come round a lot better on a tight turning than a normal standard Arctic? I'm pretty sure it will. I had this argument with someone yesterday. We've had wagons in here. They've had 50 wagons in here. According to another one of them, the last one was a wagon and drag. It got round no problem. You should be able to do it in that fucking Arctic. I said, I can't get round there without going up that curb. You can. You don't need to go up that curb. We had a wagon in yesterday. It was a wagon and drag, apparently. It got round, no bother. I couldn't get round without going up the curb. Well, that's by the by. Listen, I've been your old mate Borothea once again. You, my friend, have been beautiful. But for now, I am out of here. Join me again. Thanks very much for watching. See you in the next one. Ta-ra.